Here's exactly how I helped scale a brand from 5K to 30K a month, step by step. Let's break it down. So most early ecom brands stay stuck because they don't know what to actually fix. They think it's like this small tweak on the website, their Shopify theme, their logo, but it's not that. It is that, but it's not that. It's the whole system. We call it the brand foundation. And it's broken down into 5 main things. Number 1 is clarity. We call it the brand identity. You need clarity and actually know what your brand actually stands for, looks like, sounds like. It's broken down into 5 things: your why, your vision for the brand, your brand voice, your ICP or ideal customer profile, and then your visual identity. Once you know those things, you'll have clarity on how your brand actually looks, sounds, feels, all that type of stuff. Number 2 is your visual identity. You need a visual system that is all aligned. So when people see a product, content, anything like that, they all bring it back to your brand. You can't have a scattered logo here that doesn't match the typography and color palettes here, and everything's different. You need to have an aligned visual identity that makes people know that's your brand. Number 3 is a website. You need to build it for conversion and transformation, and not just for aesthetics. That's the biggest problem we see with brand owners, is they make it look cool and they take cool shots and like they just make it look aesthetic. Where the biggest problem is they make it so aesthetic, they just try to sell the product. The problem is you need to sell the outcome and the transformation. Your product is the vehicle to get that outcome and transformation, and that's what you need to sell with your copy, with your visual identity, with your creatives, all that type of stuff. Number 4 is content. This is the biggest thing we see people mess up and brand owners mess up, is they just post to post. They post because it looks cool. They post because it's a trend. They don't have an actual content funnel and system in place. We broke this down in a couple of videos ago. It's called the content funnel, your top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom of funnel content. It's what guides your customer through from first seeing your brand to actually converting. So watch that video if you want to deep dive on that. Number 5 is systems. You need a dashboard that actually keeps your brand running. There's a lot of brands that don't know their numbers. They literally they don't look at their finances, and that's the biggest problem. You need a system to actually see and look at the stats of, this is the margins we have, this is the products, this is how many products sell a month, this is the profits we have, the revenue, all that type of stuff. You need an actual system to track everything you're doing. Your lifetime value of an actual customer, your average order cost, all that type of stuff. You need to track that so you can keep improving it over time. You can't improve something if you don't have the analytics and actually know what it is. So that's the biggest last thing that you need to do. This is how we help that brand scale from 5K to 30K months in under a year. And this is exactly what we do for brands. So DM Clarity if you want us to do it for you.